Hello, and thank you for joining me. So this year we have a pair of wood pigeons nesting in our garden. They're always there, and even the dog doesn't bother to chase them away anymore. As I watch them out my window with a little bit of affection now, I couldn't help but think of my journey through London yesterday, and I was watching people treat pigeons with disdain. I know it's the feral or the rock pigeon that many people dislike and refer to them as vermin or rats on wings or rats with wings and think of them as disease carriers. I have a friend who lived in a city flat who put up more spikes than a family of hedgehogs in defence of his windowsills. So much was his hatred for pigeons. I don't share his views. I also like seagulls, by the way, but pigeons are amazing. Our relationship with pigeons go back over 10,000 years, where we effectively domesticated them, originally as a food source and then using their nitrogen-rich poo as a perfect fertiliser. Due to their remarkable homing instincts, their speed, travelling at speeds of up to 90 miles an hour, perseverance and agility to avoid predators, pigeons also became our messengers. Before telephones and satellites, we relied on them to deliver crucial communications across vast distances. On the 12th of June 1944, a pigeon named Paddy made an epic journey over 200 miles, dodging Nazi falcons and stormy weathers, flying 5 hours straight to bring news of the D-Day invasion back to England. Paddy won a medal for gallantry for his accomplishments. Paddy was one of around 250,000 pigeons used by the British during World War II to transport secret messages. Pigeons are trustworthy, mating for life, and intelligent. They can learn abstract numerical rules, something that until recently was believed only humans and other primates could do. They recognise all 26 letters of the English alphabet. Pigeons can also pass the self-awareness or the mirror test, which only a handful of other species or animal species have done. And they can recognise different humans and can remember who's friendly to them and who isn't, even if those humans are wearing different clothing. I know not everyone dislikes pigeons, and many people keep them and race them. But if you're one of those who dislikes pigeons, especially when you're in our cities, apparently there's thousands of them, 3 million living in London, over 4 million in New York. And if you're one of those people that dislikes them, maybe you could reframe them. Fundamentally, they are there because we domesticated them. We brought them to our cities. We bred them to rely on us. And then in part because the technology took over and we no longer needed them to carry our message on our behalf, we made them redundant. And they now live on our streets. The poo that was our fertiliser now decays our statues and monuments because they've had to show resilience and live on our rubbish. As far as I can see, the only difference between Paddy sitting proud with his Medal of Honour or Medal of Gallantry and the pigeons that we put out spikes and in some cases acid to deter is their perceived usefulness to us. And I'm not sure that's the best measure to judge them with. Perhaps there is a metaphor somewhere in here about how we sometimes treat each other too. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you very much for listening.